Exclusive details on the Benghazi terror attacks that resulted in the deaths of 4 Americans. Evidence growing a disconnect between actual knowledge on the ground and political talking points. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge has the details on this now. Catherine, what have you learned?
Well, Bill, counterterrorism and congressional sources have confirmed new details to Fox News about a targeting memo drawn up by the Defense Department's Africa Command, known as AFRICOM, which was sent to the State Department as the most current available intelligence in the early morning hours of September 14, 2012, 3 days before then-UN Ambassador Susan Rice's Sunday Show appearances, and nearly a day before presidential aide Ben Rhodes' email that blamed a video and not a policy failure for the Benghazi terrorist attack. The memo includes the names 11 suspects, 4 connected to the al-Qaeda affiliate in North Africa known as AQIM, and 7 connected to Ansar al-Sharia, a group with ties to the al-Qaeda terrorist network.
They knew from the get-go that al-Qaeda was involved in this attack. So the idea that the Obama administration didn't know that early on, or that they suspected it was something else entirely, basically is willful blindness. You have to actually look at the facts, what the intelligence say, and that intelligence was clear that known al-Qaeda personalities were involved in this attack from the get-go.
The memo, parts of which remain classified, are part of a growing body of evidence that the intelligence community knew within 24 hours that Benghazi was a direct assault and not linked to a protest, Bill.
Why did it take almost 2 years for this document to go to Congress then, Catherine?
Well, in her new book, Mrs. Clinton claims the administration made new information available as soon as they got it, and writes, every step of the way, whenever something new was learned, it was quickly shared with Congress and the American people. There is a difference between getting something wrong and committing wrong, a big difference that some have blurred to the point of casting those who made a mistake as intentionally deceitful. And in response, a leading Republican is now asking the State Department to declassify and release the AFRICOM memo.
This is a document from military intelligence, widely distributed to the State Department, the White House, the Pentagon, the intelligence community. You have President Obama, you have Secretary Clinton, both said and promised, as new information became available, we'd share it with the American people. Then show them that document, because it's crystal clear who they thought committed that attack.
We'll be asking the State Department today why, in fact, it took 2 years to produce this document to Capitol Hill, Bill.
And what about this cell phone report, Catherine, suggesting that the attackers that night had the cell phones of State Department employees and were using them to call other terrorists in their organization?
Well, this new information comes from some great reporting by my colleague Brett Baer, and in an interview he was able to lay out there was information on the night that those who got inside the consulate used these State Department phones to call back to their leadership to say that this was a successful attack. This marries up completely with our original reporting that there were intercepts or electronic communications to leadership such as al-Qaeda in North Africa or AQIM saying that this had been a successful assault. The fact that this was known, again, almost immediately is part of this growing body of evidence that the intelligence community knew one thing, that it was a direct assault by terrorists, and then there was this disconnect with a political explanation, Bill.
Good reporting there. Catherine, thank you. We'll see where
You're
it leads.
welcome.
Catherine Herridge in Washington, 26 past.